What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the One Leg Loser podcast. I'm your boy Bear Down Rick, alongside my boy Jay, the producer. Welcome to the new episode where we talk about sports. We're gonna keep updating you on topics. So, what's going on, Jay? How's your day going?
Chilling, man. Just enjoying the free agency, man. Like my Dolphins ain't doing. We not doing any blockbusters, but I mean, we'll get into that later. But just hanging in there, working, middle of the week, hump day. We feeling good.
That's good, man. Now, same here, man. Just been working all day, trying to get through it. But we're here as we promised. We're gonna come give you guys our episodes every week. We'll try to squeeze in maybe 2 episodes a week, but right now we're at one episode a week, man. So, yeah, man, let's talk about it, man. Listen, man, I know I brought this subject up to you during the week. The LeBron James versus Stephen A. Smith. Did you get a chance to see the video of that?
Yeah, I saw him. He approached him. It was like it was crazy because it was like in the middle of the game. I thought it was like at the end. Everybody's walking off, but the man confronted him. I think it was before halftime in the third quarter, something like that. Man, listen,
That's a
man.
bitch move. That's a bitch.
The
Fuck the
goat.
goat. That's a bitch move.
Let me get my point across. Let me get
My
my
bad.
point across.
That pisses me off. All right, what are you gonna say? What are you gonna say? What are you gonna say?
The goat is my goat. That's not the time or place to address something of that magnitude, right? I understand, man. Listen, you're the dad. You're his dad. You feel some type of way. People are talking about him, but just like I've been hearing, everyone else say, it's like, oh, like come on, like he's fair game. He's a pro. He's a pro. He's a pro
A
now, right?
hundred percent. A hundred
Quote
percent.
unquote, quote unquote, he's a pro in the league now. So he's fair game to whoever wants to criticize him. If he didn't want the smoke, he shouldn't have done this. So it comes with the territory. I don't see anybody else's mom or dad or anybody else's player who's playing like crap, and Stephen A is talking shit about him. Run to the defense. So listen, I didn't like the move. I usually like everything LeBron does because that's my guy, but this was not the move. It's a bad look on him, in my opinion. Bad look on him.
I appreciate you saying that. Yeah, it definitely is a bad look on him. Again, I get it. Like you said, that is his son. But dude, this is sports. And that's what Stephen A gets paid to do. That's what all these guys get paid to do. We don't get paid to do it, but we have our opinion. And I don't think he should have said anything to him. You know what it reminds me of, bro? It reminds me of when Will Smith smacked Chris Rock in the face and said,
100%.
"Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth."
Yeah,
This is what that gave me that energy. That
yeah, yeah,
energy when he did that. Like
yeah. I think he even said that. I think he even said that to him, like keep Bronny's name or some shit out your mouth, something
like
like that.
what are you
Uh,
talking about, bro?
like,
You
behind
you
closed doors, man. Behind closed doors.
well, I mean, yeah, you could probably have those conversations, try to behind closed doors, but even behind closed doors, they shouldn't even be had because that's not even it shouldn't
Okay,
even happen, dude. He's fair
sure,
game.
sure.
Everybody and their mother knows that only reason that kid is on the Lakers is because his daddy is who he is, and his daddy told the Lakers this is who you're gonna draft. The boys playing, he's barely a G League playing athlete. I mean, he's better than I can't say
Slow down,
much.
slow down. He's averaging 22 points in the G League. Like he ain't trash.
Well, but what I'm
He ain't,
saying is he's playing. Yeah, he's averaging that in the G League. That's a G
for
League
sure, for
player,
sure,
but
for
he's
sure.
not coming into the regular NBA and having that type of career.
No, 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 no.
So listen, man, I think that was just very
Yeah,
low.
not yet. The man is. I mean, he's very young. I'm not saying he's gonna be developing to be anything, but
Yeah.
he's young. He's got time. Yada yada yada. The point of the matter is, I see LeBron his point of view, but just not like this.
Listen,
Not
that's
like
a father's point of view, but this is sports.
yeah,
This is a
yeah.
different. And not only
You,
that,
you go.
no, go, go.
Question. You know what I found very, very interesting, right? That Stephen A just signed his multi-million, $100 million contract. Could it be like, bro, like all this shit set
Can
up
this
in the
be
media?
WWE? Can this be like WWE?
It ran through my head real quick. I was like, bro, could this should be all set up? Like, what are the odds? I mean, I'm just saying, man.
Yeah,
That's just
listen,
that.
man. I agree with you in the fact because I think you don't hear about LeBron. That's one thing I will say about LeBron. You don't get a lot of controversy from the LeBron side. You don't ever really see stuff like that. So, man, could it be? Could it be another 50 Cent?
Pretty much.
Trying to create some frenzy to kind of bring people to the forefront. Listen, man,
Have
maybe
you have you watched have you watched Stephen A's podcast or his talk show or anything?
bro, I ain't gonna lie. I was watching it when it first came out because again, when he left Skip and he left all that. I was trying to support Stephen A, so I would watch it. But I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like it's been a while, like since I've been kind of watching the
But
whole.
that he has like a whole show, right? Like he sits down and he answers questions and shit from the audience, from like they call in. Oh, my
Really?
wife cheated on me. What should I do? Like you ever seen that?
No. So he's actually going beyond sports. Like this is going
Yes,
like
yes,
this is
yes,
life.
yes, yes. Yeah, yeah. He's sitting out. He's sitting out
Interesting.
with his nephew. His nephew's on the couch and shit right next to him. And he's like a fucking talk show host. And bro, honestly, bro, like I ain't even gonna lie, bro. It was some episodes are kind of interesting. Like,
Interesting.
the
Okay.
people calling in with some dumbass shit. Like, bro, like it's basic. My wife cheated on me. Should I kill her? I mean, I don't, like stupid shit,
Whoa.
right?
Whoa.
I'm just joking. I'm just saying. But it's pretty interesting. But anyways, that thought did run through my mind of could this be a whole ploy, like setup? And anyways, I mean, he already
Listen, we
got the
can't
money,
never
so
put
it doesn't
nothing
really matter.
behind them because it's the entertainment world. And as we all
Mhm.
know, and as things come out, I think when I was growing up or when we were growing up in the 90s, there wasn't so much exposure to like these athletes and celebrities, right? There was a lot of nostalgia going on because we didn't know, like, there wasn't stories. But look, even going like speaking about hip hop, like ever since like, Drink Champs came out, like, dude, you get all the backstory, you get everything that happened, all the things that you didn't even know was going on in that time, right? Or even in that moment. So I think now that we're in the space of time where everything is so accessible, like even these players, right? They're doing podcasts, like we're doing a podcast. Anybody and their mother could do it. Like, the beauty of it is that you could speak to the world as much as you want. There's nothing stopping you from doing that. So
Right.
it's just different. But hey, I don't put nothing behind them at all. Hey, you might be right, man. It might be some sort of tactic
It
to
was
kind of
just it
bring
was just
people.
I just found it weird, man. Like the timing of it, the whole timing of it. Because now Stephen A is like all over my feed, right? He's
Yeah,
doing this podcast, he's doing that podcast. It's the topic. It's the topic of the nation right now.
yeah. It's
Everyone,
the
if
flavor of
you're
the
into
week.
sports, it's the favor of the week, and like everyone's on it. It's just very very efficient to me, conspiracy shit. But
Yeah.
whatever, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. At the
No,
end of the
like
day,
you
my
said,
opinion is like LeBron. If he would have done it, that's fine. Just behind closed doors, my opinion, as a father, like because
yeah. As a
yeah,
father, I could see where he may feel a certain way because it is his son. But at the same time, like you said, he is. If you want to speak specifically, because Stephen A is not the only one that's been saying this about Bronny. I'm
no,
100% sure.
I mean, like
Everybody and their
just
mother has probably been saying this
like
about Bronny. So
yeah,
it's like it's not just Stephen A.
I listen to podcasts all the time, and they're like, "Yo, we all can see the ball when he shoots it, it's not going in the basket. He's not getting rebounded. You know what I'm saying? We all can see it. The guy is not NBA level yet. We all can
Yeah,
see that. Like
yeah,
we all have two eyes. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
But whatever. Anyways, man. Moving on to the real sport here, football, man. Talk to me about your Bears and these signings, man.
Listen, man. Again, for the third year in a row, Bears are being crowned the winners of the offseason. Does that mean shit? No, it doesn't, because at the end of the day, it's what you do on the field. But I will say this about the Bears offseason, and I will give credit to Ryan Poles, who's been getting a lot of flack from from the Bears internal, like people have been talking about he's not a good GM and stuff like that. But I got to give him credit. This guy came from Kansas City. He doesn't have a GM background. People forget that Howie Roseman from the Eagles spent a couple years. It wasn't like he was hitting from the beginning. I think a lot of the people want instantaneous gratification. And I think Poles has been making through the last 3 years, as him being the GM, making adjustments to when he needs to. And what I mean by that, and I'll try to make it short, through this offseason, he's addressed what every, like, when we're NFL fans, we tell like our GM what we want, right? Like you as a Dolphins fan have in your mind what you want the Dolphins to do. And I'm sure Dolphins Nation, a majority of them kind of have the same mindset. We lost Jay, but anyways, there's a consensus of what most fan bases want their team to be doing. And I will tell you this, man, this offseason, this guy has done the consensus of what Bears Nation, what all Bears fans want. We want the trenches to be addressed. This man went out there and got Joe Tooney from the Chiefs. He got Jonah Jackson, who was a Pro Bowler with Ben Johnson when he was playing um in Detroit. He got ourselves some defensive linemen there, which we need. Grady Jarrett, man, if you want to go watch a press conference and get fired up, that boy had an amazing press conference today.
That was a nice little pickup right there. That was like, nice little pickup right there.
Man, he's gonna be a run stopper. He's a guy in the middle.
You guys have only built in the trenches. You guys have only signed the trenches, right?
For the most part, yes, that's all we have signed in this offseason with these. I mean, we signed a long snapper because our long snapper who's
he technically still the trenches. He technically still the trenches, right?
Technically still the trenches. Yeah, I don't think we've no, man, we haven't picked up. Oh, we picked up Durham Smythe. I mean, your tight end, old tight end. Okay. But again, he's gonna be the blocking tight end. But
he's blocking.
Outside of that, man, it's just been in the trenches, man. And I think that's what most Bears fans are excited about, because Ben Johnson knows offense, he knows trenches, and we're just excited to see if this could come together and be something. So I mean, this offseason.
Listen, when it comes to Durham Smythe, I know that boy. He played with me for about 3-4 years. Mm-hmm. Listen, he's no Travis Kelce, but the guy can block his ass off, mm-hmm. and he's gonna get you those crucial 3rd and 6s, 3rd and 8s. He's got short hands, and he definitely gonna help the block the running game. So,
and that's what we want, because
right there, you got some nice little pickup right there
for sure. Because one thing that Ben Johnson said during his press conference is like, no block, no rock.
Oh shit, that's what's up.
So he's telling all the wide receivers, if you ain't blocking, don't come asking for the ball. But
that's what's up.
Yeah.
So just throw in Genty right there, and you ready to go. I'm pretty sure that's the name that you guys been hearing.
Well, I also forgot to mention we picked up our center of the future. We picked up the center from the Falcons. So I mean, our whole offensive line has been retooled. Do we pick up the running back? Listen up, bro. Listen, I think most Bears fans are in the same boat. Stay in the trenches, bro. Just keep. Because listen, the Eagles have the formula. If people want to see what the formula looks like,
the Eagles have Saquon Barkley, which is the formula.
Well, but listen, they got guys in rotation on that defensive line, in that offensive line, that if one man goes down, they got the next guy coming out. Look what happened when Kelce left. They had Jurgens already Jurgens was already there. He was already waiting to come to fruition. Yeah. So to me, I think Genty would be the like cool pick. That's gonna be the. But me, honestly, bro, I'm still. Let's keep bolstering the trenches. Whether another offensive tackle, whether an edge rusher or somebody in the middle. Let's keep bolstering that. I think this draft is very running back heavy, so I think you could still pick up the guy from Ohio State. The guy from what's that guy? Scatterboo. I don't know if you heard of Scatterboo. This boy named Scatterboo. And so I think the running backs is a deep draft, so I think we could kind of pick somebody in the back end. But listen, man, Bears offseason, great. But listen, talk to me about Dolphins offseason, man. What's going on over there, man? I see boy Zach Wilson, somebody over there. What's going on over there?
So you basically touch on like pretty much what fans want from their GM, and we what we want them to do as far as free agency, right? So he did what we all wanted him to do.
Yeah.
And it's just not the splashy, the big time at 1201 big time free agent, which is fine. You know what I'm saying? Look, Chris Grier has had so many of those seasons where he's just coming out the gate, boom, 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 trading this, trading that, give me that, give me Hill, Chubbs, endless, right? But now we're in a little bit of cap, the cap, right? We're under the cap. I mean, we're over the cap, so we got to work with that. But he's addressed every single position. He addressed, say offensive guard, which was our number one issue, right? He brought in the guard James Daniels from Pittsburgh, who he rated out pretty good for as far as PTF
PFF.
or
He was
PFF.
was actually a Bear. He was actually drafted by the Bears. He played.
Oh,
3
was he
years
now?
with the
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
shit. I mean, that makes sense, right? Bears and Dolphins, right? Shit. That
You
makes
also
sense.
picked up Borum, our boy Borum.
Borum, yeah.
About.
Borum, yeah. So
Yeah.
we did that. Borum he's not as good as James Daniels. I mean, James Daniels he played pretty good last year.
Yeah.
We signed a safety, Malafawanu.
Yeah, I saw that. Motherfucker, Babua.
I don't know what the hell. I'm sorry, bro, but I'm butchering your name. But hey, it's a good pickup from Detroit. It's a decent pickup. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We lost Javon Holland, which I'm okay with. I never thought that he would come free agency. He should be someone we need to target, and I mean not target, but like re-sign, blah blah, like whatever. I like signing my players, but if you're not worth it, 15 million, then I guess you got to go, right? So that's fine. Javon Holland's gone. Like I said, we replaced him with Bula, and that's cool, right? Again, bro, I'm sorry, man. If you ever watched this shit, my bad. We addressed wide receiver and Nick Westbrook, decent, nice, solid receiver. I believe he started off in Jacksonville, then he moved on to Tennessee. He had 9 touchdowns last year on 32 catches, which is that's a crazy ass efficiency, right? Like 32 catches, 9 touchdowns, and he had 500 yards, so he was solid. And we picked up another safety, Davis from the Jets, and we re-signed our linebacker, so Dodson. So that I love that pickup. But again, man, this is an off season of just building depth. Our number one issue has always been depth. Yeah, we got the flashy starters, but once those flashy starters go down, then you ain't got shit in the back, and then you end up 9-8. You know what I'm saying? So that's our history for the past fucking since I can remember.
Yeah.
So we signed these players. It's in the draft. I need man. I want to go. Everybody says the trenches. I know we need to address the trenches. I want a safety, man. I want that boy from Georgia, Malachi Starks. I think that's his name, Malachi Starks.
Sounds about right. He sounds like a safety's name. That sounds like a safety name.
He's nasty. I saw his name. That guy's nasty. But again, trenches is where we should be thinking. But I guess we'll see what Chris Grier does. But like I said, we address every single need, just not with super immense talent. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's more depth. I mean, they might end up starting because it's just the nature of the beast, right? It depends who we go in the draft, and I don't know what the hell Chris Grier's mind is at, but we'll see. We got some starters, backup / starters that we signed, so we'll see. Listen, at the end of the day, man, you keep Tua upright and keep Tua healthy. Yeah, that's all you really need. You know what I'm saying?
Well, listen, man. If we've been kind of it gets pretty simple. You keep the quarterback clean, and you go get the quarterback. If you could do, I mean, I don't want to make it seem that simple because I know football is very complex.
That simple though.
But in a nutshell, that's what it is.
It's that simple.
Protect the quarterback.
That's one of the reasons why we were trying to go after Joey Bosa, who surprisingly went to the Bills. So he might be causing hell for me next year. But hopefully we build the trenches enough where I ain't got to worry about him, and he does what he does and get injured and all shit. I'm surprised he didn't go to San Francisco to play with his brother. Which
I would have thought that too.
They were in the mix. It was either us or San Francisco, and then it ends up being Buffalo. I'm like, that was wild, but yeah. So they did. That was a nice little pickup for them. I mean, they're paying them. I think it was like $12.5 million for 1 year. So we'll see how it pans out. Also, you touched on Zach Wilson. Yeah, again, we hit every position of need except cornerback. Every position of need in the free agency. Zach Wilson, I'm not mad at Zach Wilson, bro. Dolphins country is like they're like, oh, why is Zach Wilson? He's trash. Oh, he's better than freaking who's my backup right now? Oh my god, I'm driving the blank. A black guy, man. Anyways, he's better than him. I mean, I probably would prefer someone like Marcus Mariota, Jameis Winston,
a more established fan.
I mean, listen, but Zach Wilson he's not a rookie. Like he's getting up there. No. Like, he can come in there. He can wire you on some, a few drives and shit. But listen, man, it is what it is. He only got $6 million for 1 year. Like We're using a lot of duct tape right now.
He's
We're
he's a
taping a lot of
stopgap. He's not
yeah,
not the permanent back. Hey,
exactly.
can there be a drafting a quarterback from the Dolphins in
No,
this
no,
coming
no,
year?
no. We definitely need to draft a quarterback. I would say as early as the fourth round. Like we need to be drafting quarterbacks, because you just never know, especially with Tua and his health and all this shit. You just never know. You can't be stuck and rely on Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
You gotta be prepared. So you have to draft the quarterback, and who the fuck knows you might fuck around draft the next Tom Brady or the next Russell Wilson in the third round. Like you don't know, bro. Like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you always should be drafting quarterbacks because unless you have Tom Brady already or Aaron Rodgers, or the old Aaron Rodgers, not this new.
But look how like you said, look at even like the Green Bay model, right? Or even like the Green Bay model, right? Like so they had Favre there, they picked up Aaron, and then Aaron just sat there for a couple of years. So like it's never wrong, and I think I'm starting to come to the realization for myself is like, listen, I'm not gonna ever get mad if we have too many defensive tackles, if we got too many offensive linemen. I'm never gonna get mad at that, looking at it now, because it's like these things happen, especially these offensive linemen and defensive. They're going to want to get paid. If you want to keep that thing flowing, hey, keep it moving. Look at what happened with Tooney. Tooney, all pro last year. He's a cap casualty. The defensive lineman guarding from the Falcons. He's a cap casualty. So it's like they had to let them go because they just couldn't afford these guys anymore. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather have more than none.
No, for sure. And like you said, at the end of the day, it's protect the quarterback and get to the quarterback.
That's all
So
it is.
speaking of getting to the quarterback, what about Mr. Myles Garrett over there bluffing or lying? I don't know. What did he do? It's all about the money. What's up with Mr. Myles Garrett?
Oh man, listen, that's so. I mean, listen, it's again, it's a
why doesn't he
business.
just come out and say? Why don't he just come out and say, "Pay me, make me the highest paid player, and I'll stay," versus saying, "I'm never coming back to the Browns. I want to compete for a championship. The door is closed on negotiations. Yada 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 yada." And then the owner says, "What about this?" He dangles a little carrot in front of him. "What about this? Is this good enough?" And then he bites on it. Come on, bro. Like, stand on business. You telling me Myles Garrett couldn't get 30 million from whoever and compete and got a Super Bowl next year? But nah, he wants the money, which is cool. It's cool. Hey, take your money, but don't be bitching and crying, talking about you want to compete and you want championships. You can't, because that ain't gonna happen in Cleveland. You can't have them both, bro. You just can't.
You can't. No,
you just can't unless you got drafted by that team. It's not happening. And a player of Myles Garrett caliber usually doesn't get drafted to elite teams. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because they're usually at the top of the draft with the teams that are not horrible.
Exactly. Yeah. So listen, man. Hey, right now he's laughing all the way to the bank. So hey, God bless him for that. But
listen, God bless him. Exactly. I agree with you. God bless him that he's getting his money, but it's a bad look. And the reason it's a bad look is because the statements that he decided to make. It's not like nobody made him make those statements. You decided to put out that letter to the Cleveland to the Cleveland fans. Like, bro, I appreciate everything from Cleveland, but I want to go to a contender. You didn't have to do that. You could have just stayed quiet, still get your paper, stay, and nobody would have said anything. But you're getting the backlash because you make statements, and these athletes are making these statements when they didn't need to have to. You don't have to do that. Now, is it a tactic for negotiations? Can that have been like a tactic? But it just doesn't look right, man.
Myles Garrett doesn't need tactics, bro.
It's
not Myles Garrett. Not Myles Garrett, man. Like, come on. The guy is elite, bro. Like, who's better than Myles Garrett? What defensive end is better than Myles Garrett, bro?
None, not right
TJ
now.
Watt? I mean,
that's
maybe?
Probably the other one challenging. That's the only one probably
challenging. And that's a challenge. You can't sit here and tell him he's better. He's in the conversation. Yeah. Max Crosby is in the conversation.
Yeah.
But better? No shot, bro. No shot they're better than Myles Garrett. No way.
I'm sure once it's all said and done and he retires, this question is going to come up on a podcast and he's probably going to say, "Yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that. I probably shouldn't have said that."
Yeah. But also he's also fairly young, so it's like he can I heard this on another one, right? That he can ring chase later. So they were saying, "Oh, get your money now and then ring chase later, and then at the end of the career, he would have had both.
But that's fine. You could have done that. You're fine doing that. That's fine. But
Yeah.
again, it's going back to the statements you make. You didn't have to make that statement. I'm not coming here. I want to go be with a contender. I want to win Super Bowls. When you damn well know that the damn Browns are not contenders, they're not going to win a Super Bowl unless,
Nah,
unless
ain't no
some.
one less, bro. Ain't no one
Hey,
less.
listen.
Ain't
Hey,
no one less, man.
to the dog pound. God
We don't
bless
even
you.
know we don't even know who their quarterback is, so ain't no one less.
Damn.
You know, ain't no one less.
So it shouldn't even have
Anyways,
said
moving
that.
on, man. Moving on, man. Dre Greenlaw, man, and Fufanga, safety for the 49ers, man. That's the guy I really wanted. But I guess Chris said that, we ain't got that money for him. And Dre Greenlaw is that guy. I don't know if you remember. He got injured in the Super Bowl a few years ago. He was doing some kind of he jumped in the air and he tore his Achilles when he came down.
Yeah, I remember watching the soundbite of that when the linebacker, what's his name, from the 49ers was like, "Oh no," like he was like distraught.
Yeah, you're talking about 54.
Yes.
Damn, I'm drawing a blank right now, bro.
I got his face. I can see his face in my head.
Yeah. He's a premier linebacker in the game.
William, is it the last name Williams? No. Anyways, but I know who you're talking about because I remember seeing the clip and they was just so distraught that this guy jumps off the sideline and ruptures his damn Achilles heel, man. That's crazy.
A lot of people say they would have won the Super Bowl if it wasn't for that, but whatever. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, right? But anyways, Denver is picking up some nice people here, man. Some nice linebacker already with the defense they already have.
Yes.
So now they add a safety, a nice linebacker, and I believe they added someone else. I'm drawing a blank, but no, they're building something over there in Denver, man. So
Denver, listen, man.
Teams are starting to get scary, man. Teams are starting to get scary.
Yeah, listen, man. They're building it up, man. Listen, even the Commanders, man. They picked up they picked up Tunsil from the Commanders.
I'm sorry, bro. They just picked up Evan Ingram as well.
Look at that.
Tight end Evan Ingram. That's gonna help out the young quarterback. Bro, I can't even remember shit right now, man.
Jaden Daniels, you're gonna figure out
Denver.
Oh, Bo Nix. You're gonna have about Bo
Nix. So Denver picked up Evan Ingram. That's a nice little target for him. Added to Sutton. Mm-hmm. And the other cat on the outside, they're building something over there, man.
Listen,
with Sean Payton, man, AFC looking tough.
The NFL is getting very interesting. Teams are coming out, like you said, man. It doesn't look like it's a one lopsided. It's not one lopsided, and it's not like you are still gonna have the Chiefs probably somewhere in that mix for the next couple years, but you can start to see the up and coming teams that are starting to put things together, man. Where, like you said, they're becoming contenders, and it's gonna make it more difficult on the teams like the Chiefs and like the Eagles. You're gonna have competition along the way, so nobody's laying down, man. People. The Rams, man. That's another team which we'll touch here in a moment. But a lot of these teams are stacking up, man.
Yeah. You touched on the Rams. They just picked up Adams. They also released Cooper Kupp today. So Cooper Kupp services are available. Man, I would love to have Cooper Kupp, but I don't. I would love to have him. I don't need him. I got the pressing needs. That ain't to allocate the money to. But Cooper Kupp is gonna be a nice pickup for someone.
Now, do you think Cooper Kupp's gonna come at a premium, or do you think he's not gonna be a very costly pickup?
No, maybe not. Maybe not premium like what the Adams got for the Rams. I think he got 2 years, 47 million.
So he's looking at about 20 something, 20 plus.
He's not gonna be cheap. I tell you that. He's not gonna be cheap, but he won't be also. He's not gonna be breaking in anybody's bank, But
can you get him for like 12, 13 million a year? Can you probably get him for like 12, 13 million?
15, yeah, around there. Yeah, 15 okay. Around there. Listen, bro, he's still. His issue is health, right? He's always injured. It's always the knick-knack shit, right? It's always like an ankle or just something, or a hamstring. It's always the minor shit. Well, it seems minor, but it's not like an ACL or a broken this or a broken that. It's just the minor shit. But regardless,
but I think those are the scary ones because if
for sure,
I'm not saying I would rather a player have, like you said, like I don't want to say a major, but like something that's significant where okay, he has that injury, he recovers from that, and he comes back and plays.
Right,
Versus
right.
these players that are always, oh, they got
It's the
foot,
soft tissue. The
yeah,
soft
soft tissues,
soft tissue. Yeah.
fasciitis, the ankle swollen, and that
Yeah,
those guys, they become, it becomes more scary because now, like, hey, it's like the
'cause it
freaking
lingers.
Anthony Davises, the Anthony Davises of the NFL. Is like, yo, did you
It
see that
lingers.
Anthony Davis, how he got hurt the last time? Like when he just got hurt now,
Yeah,
with the
he pulled his groin. I mean,
the
I
dude, he
saw it.
was just standing there, and the
He
motherfucker was
was
like,
just standing
oh,
there.
and I'm like, what the, like, it's like he's glass, like you throw a rock
Yeah.
at him and it just shatters. And I
It's
think
it's so
those
it's so unfortunate, man, because the guy is such a baller, bro. It's so
talented,
unfortunate.
the talent
Yeah,
is
he's
there.
so talented. He's so talented.
A lot of these guys are talented. Like even Cooper Cup. If Cooper,
No, for sure. Yeah.
if those injuries weren't to play, man, he'd be up there with the top in the sense of getting paid this coming right now. He'd be getting paid.
100%.
But
100%.
like you said, right now he's not but someone's gonna pick him up. I mean,
Yeah, no, for
there's
sure.
rumors out there that the Bears might be interested in, or they're gonna bring back Keenan Allen. I don't know. Hey, I know you wanted Keenan Allen. But Keenan Allen said he's either staying or he's going back to the Chargers. He doesn't want to be moving around. But I don't know. Again, just like Myles Garrett, they say one thing, but then somebody
Yeah.
flashes a check in
Yeah,
front of
yeah.
them,
Yeah,
and
you
next thing
already
you
know.
know,
Nah, but
they're
it's
playing somewhere
as
else.
far as Keenan, like I'm good. Like I said, man, we this Nick Westbrook kid, he's solid, bro. He's 6'2", 210 pounds. He's a good solid blocker in the slot. So he's one of those feisty guys, that he's like he has to fight for his opportunity. He's not God given talent like Tyreek Hill, Jalen
Mhm.
Waddle, DJ Moore. You know what I'm saying? He's not that. So he's scrappy, and you need scrappy.
Oh,
You
you
know what I'm
need
saying?
them. You need them
You
guys.
need
You
those
need those
scrappy
guys.
players who's
Mm.
just out there and just, man, I need this money and I need that, and I'm gonna play my fucking little heart out and do their best. And you always need those players, and I'm happy with him. Is he gonna produce the same that he did years past? Who knows, right?
Yeah.
But as long as he brings that tenacity and that scrappiness to the team, that in itself will go a long way. You know what I'm saying? So
100%.
you did bring up the Chargers, Najee Harris to the Chargers. And that's a nice little pickup for Mr. Jim Harbaugh over there. I know he likes to run the ball, play defense.
Yeah.
So that's nice, that decent little pickup. Big running back and for in the trenches. He's that type of guy.
Yeah, man.
Any thoughts on
Najee's been
Najee?
that guy. He was out in Pittsburgh, right? He's been known as like one of those guys that are a little bit they make comments and stuff like that. He's had his opinions and stuff like that. So yeah, listen, man. The Chargers. I mean, the Chargers is one of those teams that always look like they're trying to get over the hump, but they just can't get there,
They
man.
just can't. It just something is like holding them back. But listen, with
Just
Jim
yeah.
Harbaugh there, I mean, he's a winning coach. He took him to the playoffs year one. So
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know,
that's true. That's
so
true. That's
they
true.
playing hard for him. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Darnold to Seattle. What do you think about Darnold versus replacing Geno Smith with Darnold?
Dude, I think it's
100
like
million. 100
it's
million.
to me it's like tomato.
Yeah. Yeah.
like
Yeah.
like picking your like it's like you're switching one out for the next one. It's I don't know.
For sure. I
I
mean, if it was me, I probably would have stuck with Geno. I mean, he's at least he gives you mobility on the ground. If the play
yeah.
breaks down, he can get out of there. Darnold, he sees ghosts. I don't want my quarterback that sees ghosts. Like
Yeah,
that's
listen.
weird, like, right?
And listen, I think
Everybody can see ghosts and shit.
Darnold benefited from with the head coach from the Vikings, man.
Yeah,
The
I
guy
mean,
is
yeah, I mean, not only the coach, man. It's bro, this motherfucker got Jay Jettas. He got the Aaron Jones, T.J. Hawkinson, the other receiver. I forgot his name. Speedy, nasty receiver, bro. Like, of course,
yeah.
you know.
Now he's got Lockett, maybe. I think that's the
No,
only.
he's gone. He's
Oh,
gone too.
Lockett's gone too. So then,
Yeah,
damn, I don't think
DK
there's nobody
gone.
over there.
And
Who?
Jigba.
Oh yeah, you got Njigba. You got
Jigba.
Jigba.
And
Damn.
and Noah Fant. I mean, they got the running backs, Charbonnet. I enjoy me a cup of Charbonnet sometimes. And man.
I thought you was naming out some drinks, Chardonnay and Hennessy,
Name, Charbonnet or something
Oshak Hennessy and stuff like that.
Kenneth Walker. So I mean, listen, man, I don't know. You get rid of Geno and you play Sam Darnold $100 million. Listen, I don't know Seattle.
I don't know what they're doing over there in Seattle, man. I don't know what's going on.
DK and Lockett. I don't know what's happening over there.
I mean, shit. I think that Legion of Boom has. I mean, listen, man. Seattle's. Listen, people forget, man. Seattle came on the scene. Like they really started to come on the scene back like in 2006, 2007. I remember when they played us. I remember I watched the first game when Russell came into the NFL. When he came into the NFL, I remember he came against the Bears, if I'm not mistaken, and I remember watching him play. But that's a long time ago now, man. So definitely beyond the time now.
Yeah, well, hey, good luck to them boys in Seattle. They're not in my division, they're not in my conference, so I don't care what they're doing over there. Speaking of my conference in my division, Justin Fields, your boy, New York Jets. What do you think about that? What are the Jets doing over there?
Listen, man, I really don't know what's going on over there.
And they paid the boy too.
Hey, God bless him. Hey, listen, man, good kid. Good kid, man.
Good kid,
man. Like I said, man, it didn't work out for us. It didn't work out in the Steelers. What am I gonna say about Justin Fields, man? He's an amazing. He's an athlete, amazing athlete. But is he your top tier quarterback, man? Listen, I don't think so at this point. I think
they're gonna have to run some kind of like, some kind of like special offense for him because
spread RPO, a lot of run.
They got to do some college shit, man. RPO and then design runs and wildcats and stuff for him because listen, he's not a good thrower of the football. We all know that. If you got two eyes, you can see that he's not a superior quarterback. But talent and athlete for sure, he's that. And then when we play him twice a year. I am gonna have to worry about his legs because he's gonna try to eat you up on the ground. He can do 100%. That any given moment. He can take off for 50, 60. So, but besides that, he ain't scaring me. The Jets definitely ain't scaring me now. Who's their best wide receiver? I don't even know. They still got Breece Hall, but I mean, all the Rodgers, all the Green Bay dudes are out of there. So it's like, bro.
I tell you, like, man, listen, what a fan base, man. What must you be feeling at this point where it's just like there's just no like, are you gonna be celebrating for Justin Fields, man? Like, you have no hope. Like, what are you doing?
Free agency, you picked up Justin Fields. That's tough. We'll see. We'll see what. Hey, look, that's good for me, man. That's good for me. Speaking of my division, though, like the Patriots, them boys, listen, they're spending money, and that's not the Patriots way. So let's see how it pans out, but. Usually when you spend a lot, it doesn't really pan out. Like, let's be honest. Let's look back on. I'm pretty sure you can look back in all the free agencies and the teams who have won the free agency. Like, I've won the free agency numerous times, right? I ain't got shit to show for it.
I agree with you.
But a bad salary cap. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't always work that way. But listen, Mike Vrabel, he's a good coach. He's decent. So let's see what it comes down to. It all comes down to the quarterback. And if Drake May is he the guy? He had flashes. He flashed. He
definitely had flashes, man. And listen, those guys they played hard last year. They played hard when you saw them play. And I don't know, man. Is Vrabel going to come in there and again? Listen, I think Vrabel is a great coach. I think he's a damn good coach. I think he's a leader of men. Man, they spent a lot of money in the trenches. Man, they got dogs, and that defense was already. Nice defense was solid.
It was solid.
And now you're putting in some dogs in there, and then you got Vrabel coming in here. Listen, man, I think they're gonna be. If I could put something, I think they're gonna be in the mix. I think those boys are gonna be in the mix as long as the quarterback stays healthy and they can protect them. I think they're gonna be in the mix somewhere on the path. It's gonna be fun watching them play.
Yeah, it should. I mean, I hope they go 0-17, but
well, for your sake, yes. In your sake, yes.
0-17 to everybody but the Dolphins. Let's go.
Damn.
Anyways, all right, moving on. So DK to Pittsburgh. I think we touched on this last episode. a little bit. But now they also signed Slade, which is a nice little cornerback to pair
For
with
sure.
Porter Jr. On the outside. Pittsburgh's defense is always going to be solid. They're always going to be solid. So now just add another piece to it with Darius Slade. Now they add a little bit of offense with DK. We're not sure who's their quarterback yet. Maybe Rodgers.
That's a speculation, right? That's the
Right.
heavy favor right now that Rodgers
But
ends up in the
my thing
Pittsburgh.
is, if it's not Rodgers, then who the hell is it going to be? Like, there's no other. Like Russell Wilson, he's already in talks with. I believe he's visiting the Browns and he's visiting the Giants. As of right now, I'm on the page. As of right now, he's visiting the Giants and the Browns. So, what is this guy doing? What is Pittsburgh gonna do?
I mean, shit. I mean, I think Rodgers. I mean, listen, if he's got anything left in the tank, I mean, I think Pittsburgh is a spot, man. I like Rodgers going to Pittsburgh. I mean, he's gonna have a veteran coach that's gonna be able to settle him down. They got players over there. They got a nice defense that's going to be able to back him up. Listen, man, if Rodgers goes to Pittsburgh, man, listen, again, remember, Pittsburgh's always in the mix, man. They're always sliding the way in there. So, I mean, listen, if Rodgers goes to Pittsburgh, I mean, listen, I can see them making some noise, man. I can see some.
Yeah.
It could be interesting. Never to say the least.
It could be definitely interesting because, like you said, man, they're always in the mix. They always find a way. It's like it seems like it doesn't matter who's their quarterback sometimes, or who's their running back, or who's this or who's that. As long as you have Tomlin at the helm, it seems like they always have a chance. And even in that tough ass division, And listen, Bengals, I know they had a rough year last year, but they're only going to get better.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow coming back. I mean, obviously, he's playing. He played at MVP level last year, and Jamar Chase is fucking elite, amazing, right? They're only going to get better. They're going to build a defense. So, and Cleveland is Cleveland. We already touched on them. They ain't doing shit. And then you got Baltimore. And speaking of Baltimore, they just signed Hopkins, where wide receivers go to die, because wide receivers are like irrelevant in Baltimore.
Like, they really are, man. Shit about yeah, if you really think about it, man, they just really it's kind of irrelevant over there in Baltimore. Who they don't care who the wide receivers are. You got Flowers over there, right?
Yeah.
This is
they ain't nobody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't really do nothing like that.
It's interesting. I saw a photo. D-Hop, he put a photo up of him a couple years ago. This was a couple years ago. It was him, Lamar, and Henry. They all took a picture together, and this would be like the perfect trifecta. So it's kind of like full circle right now, where he's gonna be joining them over there. And listen, man, it's just a piece, man. Listen, Hops, man, listen, amazing talent when it was, but as everything new comes to old, right, now he's just a guy. He's just a guy.
So let me read you a few wide receivers that, when they got up in age, they went to Baltimore expecting some kind of resurgence or whatever it was, and it just didn't pan out. So we got Dez Bryant. We got Deshaun Jackson, Steve Smith Sr., Odell Beckham, Jeremy Maclin, DeAndre Hopkins now, and Aquan Bolden.
Bolden. I remember Bolden. Hey, but Bolden was nice when he was playing. I remember I was thinking about
he was. It
was nice when he was playing over there. It was pretty nice when he was playing over there.
Because he fit the mold, right? Where it was like just big, tough. He's basically a running back. He's like a Debo, right? He was Debo before Debo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Aquan? I think that's his name.
Antoine. Is it Antoine Bolden?
No, I know it's Aquan. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Okay. Anyways, he was Debo before Debo. He fit the mold, right? But like speedy receivers like Dez Bryant and Steve Smith, like they're just going there to die. Like, you know what I'm saying? Receivers don't flourish in Baltimore. Let's be honest. As long as this guy's gonna be there.
Yeah, as long as Henry's Lamar there. Yeah.
And Henry, like, come on. Then they're not gonna flourish there.
For sure, man.
But yeah, man. Nah, listen, it's been an interesting few days of the start of free agency. It's been fun. It's been interesting. Some teams they've really upgraded some positions. So, man, when we start picking our division winners next year, it's gonna be interesting, man.
Listen, man, I think it's gonna be even tougher because, like you said,
I think we got to start going like off the wall, bro. Like, you know, like whatever you think, it's like
Go somewhere
too
else
easy.
with it.
Yeah, it's too easy, you know. Like I
Yeah.
don't know, it's gonna be tough. I remember that first year, man. We got so fucking close.
Oh my God! Don't even mention.
It was like
man.
what, like for like 18,000, bro. It was so fucking close. It was
And I think
ridiculous.
we lost because of the Saints. Was it the Saints
Yeah,
that
it
we
was
lost?
the same. It was the Saints. It was the Saints and yeah, we picked the Saints, but the Bucks ended up winning the division.
Damn
And
it,
it
man.
came down to week 17. I was like, damn, slick, bro.
Hey, but we was
almost,
close, man. It just shows
we
you that
almost had it.
we were this close. We was this close, but
Yeah, we almost had it.
But listen, man, the NFL doesn't stop, man. I mean, free agency continues. We'll keep you guys updated where Rodgers lands next week. Hopefully, we'll have some new news for you from Rodgers. I mean, listen, man, leave some comments below. Let us know what you guys want to hear from us. What kind of topics you guys want us to talk about. We're here for the people. We're here for you guys. So we want to hear what you guys want to talk about as well. Leave comments down below. We appreciate the views. Subscribe. Yeah, man, like I said, man, we're here to next week, right, Jose?
Yeah, no, for sure. No, I think we dropping Friday. We coming back Friday. Yeah.
Okay, we're coming back Friday. Interesting.
Yeah,
We're coming back Friday.
Friday. We especially now, you know, when with free agency, we want to give you guys stay up to date as much as possible. We dropped. It was supposed to be a little quick one today, but when Slick and I get to talking, we just start rambling. We get to talking. It's good times always. So Wednesdays and Fridays for sure. Wednesdays, if news pops off and something interesting that we need to share with you guys or whatever. Like I said, whatever comments you leave down below. Hey, tap on this, touch on that, blah blah blah. Blah. Hey, we're more than welcome. We're more than happy to touch on that. But with that being said, on my part, thank you guys for tuning in. Always go like and subscribe. Check in with your boys. Tap in on the socials and let me know what's up. Take it away, Rick.
For my boy, Jay the producer, your boy Bear Down Rick. Thank you guys for joining us on the One Leg Loser podcast. And we're out of this beat.
Yes, sir.